The night everything shifted, my wife Alina stood in our living room radiating a confidence I had never witnessed before. Cold, sharp, and almost defiant. Her arms were crossed, chin raised, and she regarded me as though I were nothing more than an obstacle in her master plan. I had come home early from work, hoping to surprise her with dinner, only to find her pacing, texting furiously, her face glowing with excitement. When I asked what was happening, she turned to me with a smirk that still haunts me and delivered the line that would fracture our marriage forever. "Listen, Mark," she said, completely serious. "I'm meeting my ex tonight. You have two choices: watch me sleep with him, or stay out of my way while I do it anyway." My heart stopped. For a brief second, I thought she was joking, testing me, trying to provoke a reaction. But there was no humor in her tone. No hesitation, no shame, only entitlement and cruelty. She went on to explain that she needed closure, that she needed to explore her feelings, and if I truly loved her, I would understand. I stood there, frozen, feeling the room grow colder. She waited, anticipating tears, pleading, shouting any reaction that would feed her twisted sense of power. But I said nothing. I studied her face, her arrogance, the complete absence of respect in her eyes, and something inside me snapped. Quietly, I understood I wasn't losing a wife. I was freeing myself from someone who had never truly valued me. When I didn't respond the way she expected, irritation flashed across her face. She demanded, "So, what's it going to be? Option 1 or option 2? Her ex was apparently already on his way. She wanted an answer, she wanted control, convinced she owned my emotions, my dignity, my life. What she didn't know was that my decision had already been made the moment she spoke. I walked past her without a word, heading to our bedroom. She followed, rolling her eyes, assuming I'd cry or start packing my own things. Instead, I pulled out a suitcase, opened her side of the closet, and began folding her clothes, not angrily, but calmly, methodically, like someone clearing the remnants of a bad dream. That's when panic hit her. "What the hell are you doing?" she yelled. "I'm choosing option 3, I said without looking up. "You can sleep with whoever you want, but not as my wife. So start packing. You're leaving tonight." Her face drained of color. She stammered, tried to backtrack. "Mark, stop. You're overreacting. It was just a test, a joke, you're being dramatic." But the confidence in her voice was gone. Suddenly, she didn't like the game she had started. Before she could protest further, there was a knock at the door. Her ex had arrived. The timing was perfect, as if the universe intended her facade to crumble in front of an audience. She froze, staring at the door, then back at me, silently pleading for me to undo the chaos she had caused. But I didn't move. "You invited him," I said, clearing my throat. "Open it." She hesitated, then cracked the door just enough for her ex, a smug, self-assured man named Adrian, to peek inside. "Ready?" he asked casually, glancing past her at me, probably expecting a fight or meltdown. What he saw instead was a man so calm it was intimidating. "Step inside," I told him. "Then you'll understand exactly why she's packing her bags." He tried to act confident. "Relax, man. She just wants to talk." His grin faded as I stepped closer. "Let me be clear," I said deliberately. "If you ever step foot in my house again after tonight, even by accident, I will file a restraining order on both of you. And trust me, I have everything documented, texts, screenshots, dates, times." Color drained from his face. He hadn't anticipated consequences, hadn't expected intelligence, thought I'd crumble. But I dismantled them both with quiet precision. Alina panicked. "Mark, stop. Please." She grabbed Adrian's arm, trying to pull him away. "Just go." "Okay, I'll call you later." He left swiftly, glancing back as if expecting me to explode, but I didn't. I quietly shut the door. The soft click sounded louder than any argument. With him gone, Alina slumped onto the couch. "Please, Mark, I don't want a divorce. I was stupid. I was trying to make you jealous. I thought it would prove you cared." Tears streamed down her face, but I felt nothing, no anger, no sadness, only clarity. "Jealousy," I said. "You threatened to betray me." That's not jealousy. That's cruelty. She kept pleading, but I continued packing clothes, shoes, makeup, every last trace of her life here. The more I packed, the more she realized there was no reversing what she had done. She tried blaming stress, alcohol, friends, her past, anything except herself. But the truth hung heavy between us. She had wanted control and lost everything instead. Once her bags were ready, I placed them by the door. She stared at them like they were her own coffin. "Where am I supposed to go?" she whispered. "Wherever your ex takes you," I replied. "Or wherever people like you end up after burning their own home." She broke down completely, sobbing uncontrollably. Neighbors peeked from their windows as she left, dragging her luggage behind her. They didn't know the details, but they saw one thing clearly: she had crossed a line a marriage can't recover from. And there I stood in the doorway, not angry, not broken, just done. That night changed everything. I learned dignity isn't something you beg for, it's something you protect. She expected me to choose humiliation or silence, but I chose self-respect. And when she realized I wasn't losing anything, her entire world crumbled. Today she calls, texts, begs to speak, but I don't respond. Because when someone gives you two choices that destroy your soul, the only real option is to walk away forever.